Hey everybody, what's up? So we're going to do a little experiment this week. Because if you look at my desk right now, you will notice a conspicuous lack of giant 27-inch iMac. And that's because my 3.5-year-old iMac has begun to spontaneously restart without warning when exporting 4K video for this YouTube channel. So I had a chat with the Genius Bar at Apple, and I was quoted a figure of $965 to replace the logic board on the iMac because it seems like something has gone wrong with the GPU hardware acceleration on the machine. Now obviously I wasn't particularly happy about that figure. So then I had a call with AppleCare, and after some back and forth they agreed that I shouldn't have to pay that amount, which is a relief. So while the iMac is getting repaired, I thought I would do a little experiment, like I said I would, seeing how the 10.5-inch iPad Pro that I just bought works as a content creation device. So over the next few days, everything that you see that's going to be uploaded onto the channel is either going to be shot on the iPad's cameras or on my GoPro, and then the footage is going to be transferred onto the iPad, and then I'm going to edit it all in iMovie on the iPad, and just really curious as to how that's going to work out. So I'll just show you some stuff around my room to begin with, just to show you how the cameras work. One of the nice things about the new 10.5-inch iPad is that the rear-facing camera that we're using now has optical image stabilization, which is kind of really cool. And then you had a big screen, so it's sort of like this huge viewfinder for the camera. It looks a bit goofy, but of course I'm indoors and no one can judge me. This is the new Logitech G Pro keyboard that I bought. The keyboard's pretty nice. It's got configurable lighting. It's got mechanical keys. They aren't cherry keys. They're, I believe, Roma keys that are custom made for Logitech for this keyboard. I don't mind the key feel. It's pretty decent. It's not as clicky as like a Cherry Blue or something, but it's got a nice, I guess, balance between feedback and sort of clickiness, and it's not as noisy as the Cherry Blues. It's a 10 keyless design, so it's a nice compact size, because the place that this keyboard is going to live is actually, this is not the final place for the keyboard. This keyboard, along with this laptop, they should actually be living here on the second desk I have. Now, as you can see, I've been doing a bit of remodeling, which is why the desk looks a little sparse at the moment. I'm not that minimalist. I want to give a big shout out to these shelves, or technically they're monitor risers that I've put two together to make a new shelf for this desk, because these things are $35. I bought them at Officeworks. Pretty solid MDF wood. They're rated for 10 kilograms. I wouldn't necessarily put 10 kilograms right in the middle of one of these monitor risers, but you know, they got a decent finish. They line up straight. Also, they've got anodized aluminium legs here and non-slip pads, so they're higher quality than what I expected for $35, and definitely better than what I could do for $35 doing it myself, buying wood and stuff from Bunnings. So hooray for economies of scale. They're made by a company called Deep Cool, which I believe actually makes gaming products and stuff as well. I can't vouch for those, but I can vouch for this $35 shelf. It really means that you can, you know, do things like hide cables, or my Xbox One controller, which I use for PC gaming, and I'm so aware that I'm going to get so many people screaming at me in the comments for saying that. But yes, I use an Xbox One controller for some games. I like the rumble feedback, and I also like the controller feel for some types of games. I kind of like it for Skyrim. Again, so many people are going to scream at me for that, but whatever, whatever. Haters gonna hate. And that's my PS Vita case. And you can put, you know, hide cables and stuff under there. So if you ever need to get a little more vertical space, go with these shelves. They're awesome. So I've clearly got this big space here that I'm going to be able to do something with, and I am going to do something with it. Did someone say ultra-wide gaming monitor? Yes, someone did. That's me. That's something that I am going to save up for and put on this table, and then I can enjoy glorious ultra-wide walking simulators. So this is all the stuff that I'm going to be shipping out for that giveaway I just had. And I gotta say that I was a little overwhelmed by the response because I rather foolishly underestimated people's enthusiasm for getting free stuff. But seriously, thank you, and thanks to all the new patrons who joined up. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you on the Discord. I printed out invoices and everything because I was getting an email a minute at some point, and I didn't want to get my wires crossed, and so I've got a whole bunch of prepaid satchels and a giant thing of bubble wrap, which is I just want to stomp on it, seriously. But I bought that at the post office, and then I kind of realized, this is actually all the setup you kind of need to do an eBay store, which is something to think about. But anyway, I've got bubble wrap for days, so I'm going to start shipping all of this stuff out all over the world, which is pretty cool. By the way, you may have noticed that I've got here a Sony Laserdisc player and a Sega Dreamcast. So some of you might be having a heart attack just simply from nostalgia at this point. This is probably the most vaporwave combination of electronics that exists. So this was my second attempt at a sea monkey tank. I did not make any videos about this because you can tell it is an abandoned experiment. But I may make a shrimp colony out of this yet. So since that I know that all of you love the shrimp videos, keep an eye out for that. So I know this was a pretty simple video. I wanted to start off simple and just see what the iPad Pro would be like as a sort of vlogging setup. So let me know about how you think about the video and about the audio. I can already tell the microphones are not perfect, so I'm going to see what it's like using an external microphone and trying to get the external audio